I have to turn on the sound for the telegram. All right, here, this is what I wanted to play you. I find this fascinating. Fascinating. I want to look more into this guy.
Certainly. Thank you very much for having me, Steve. This group, Rise of the Moors, descends from a much larger and older tradition, the Moorish Science Temple. This group was associated with the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam actually split off from that group. That group, along with the Nation of Islam, is associated with extremely detailed UFO theologies. And this group was described in the NPR article by a woman at George Washington University, J.J. Abrams, of their program for extremism. And while she was very...
J.J. Abrams, that's the name of the director that did Star Trek. I'll stop.
Careful to say to me in a message that the Rise of the Moors have not particularly said that they themselves espouse UFO beliefs, but it's very, very scant information on what they do believe, and I would find it very, very hard to believe that they reject that one single tenet from the Moorish Science Temple. So yeah, it would appear that this is one of a number of incidents in which the identity of the perpetrator is basically being kind of shuttled to the side and buried by mainstream sources, while to me, when you look at their racial views, you look at their religious views, and certainly if they believe in UFOs, if you look at their views on robotics, it's the most fascinating element.
Joe, we got to bounce around with you on tomorrow. How do people follow you on social media? How do they...
Now that is interesting. Now, Tomfoolery, you're in the chat, right? What was the name of that TV series that was taken from that movie Legion? What was that TV series where you had the Archangel Michael and Gabriel were battling, and all these other angels inhabited the humans, and it made them all like all messed up, and they were either killing them, caging them, or they built walls around the city to put them outside the walls. What was the name of that damn series? Tomfoolery, you in there? No, not Supernatural. Legion. Remember Legion, where the girl she was going to have a baby, and if the baby wasn't born, then all the evil angels could take over? Oh, God. Remember time you looked it up for me. Anyway, a while back when I was doing the Periscope, I said, you know, a lot of this, the way these people are acting out, it's like they're possessed. And I hear stories like this, and I said, you know, I wish it would just rain holy water. You know, like I was saying before, Alex Jones saying the water is making the frogs gay. I think the water or whatever's going on is making everyone insane. They're getting possessed. That Pazuzu shit. All right, Tomfoolery, you had an idea. You're thinking it's you know, kidnap kids, and they're MK ultraing them, and then they're coming back in. There's all kinds of theories, but I'm thinking of a supernatural kind of thing where they're just so lost. And you see how they all have the same hair. Like when I was into punk rock and new romantic and all the 80s, 90s music, and then I went into the rock and roll stuff and all the guys with the long hair. You had the Nazi punks, they shaved their heads, they wore the steel-tip combat boots, and they did the mosh pit. But it was all different looks that went with the music. Now, the only music I hear these guys listening to is